Hello everyone, it's Weston Zolaraz with another video forecast. In today's video, we break down the upcoming severe weather coming to multiple places in the United States. Starting off with the Day 1 outlook, the SPC has decided to issue a marginal risk of severe weather for portions of southern and southeastern Oklahoma, along with portions of central Texas. This does include Dallas-Fort Worth. Not very many big hazard threats coming out of this. We do have a 5% wind risk that is posed by this, but nothing too crazy will come out of this. We also do have this 5% hail outlook, maybe some quarter-sized hail. That's probably around the largest we could get. Maybe golf ball at largest. So, just something we have to watch. Now, tomorrow, we have a very rare risk in parts of Washington and Oregon. This is a large, slight risk, extremely slim, but we do have this large, slight risk, along with a large marginal threat for places like Idaho as well. So, this is not a everyday occurrence. This is going to be coming from our atmospheric river. And funny enough, we do have a 2% tornado threat included with this. You have to watch for those brief spin-up tornadoes with this system. This does come with a 5% damaging wind threat. That is not the main threat. Main threat is actually extremely large hail. We have a rare risk up here. But then we also have this. We also have this hatched 15% threat of hail. The yellow that I did not highlight is a 15% non-hatched. Then we have our 5% non-hatched, 5% chance of hail. Sorry about that little marking I had made. Now, moving on to the Day 3 outlook, we also have another marginal risk. This is an extremely large one. Damaging winds and large hail are definitely the main factors in this one. Now, moving on. The Day 5 outlook, you will see the SPC has gone away with our extremely large 15% risk of severe weather. Now, I do anticipate to get it back at some point, not in the Day 4 outlook, but somewhere in the 1 through 3 outlook, I bet you we will see at least a marginal threat, and probably across all of this area. It just looks like storm mode is not going to set up very well, and it's going to be a lot more scattered than we first anticipated. Moving on, though, to our Day 6 outlook, we have a extremely large slight risk still. It has been shrunken down a little bit more to the south, and we do not have Michigan in this anymore. But gonna have to watch this, as this is extremely large. We will definitely be keeping an eye on this for you. Now, moving on to the wider picture, the Day 7 outlook, we have another 15% risk for places on the East Coast. This is something we're also going to have to watch for, but not very many details right now. Moving on to the GFS, we can first go ahead and take a look that we are going to be seeing our atmospheric river. It's not really showing up well on here. There we go. So there's your risk. You can see a couple strong storms. We also are going to get a few storms down here in Texas fire up. Nothing severe, though, is expected. And that is Thursday. We could get a little bit of moisture filling in back here in Oklahoma and Kansas. Nothing severe is anticipated at the moment. Friday, we are also going to get a bit of moisture filling in up here in parts of northern Kansas, northern Missouri, along with Iowa. Gonna have to watch that. Nothing severe, though, is also anticipated. As you can tell, once we go through Saturday, it does not look like we are really going to get anything. Maybe a few storms here and there, but nothing too crazy. And honestly, Sunday's threat is not setting up well, along with Monday's threat. It's not setting up crazy. So it's not really looking to I should say, intense. We are going to get a decent backside snowstorm, though, back here in Kansas and parts of Nebraska. That is going to be dumping quite a bit of snow, but nothing that is going to make me go ahead and take a look at totals. Now, looking at surface-based CAPE, moving on, you can tell here we are going to get a bit of instability there in parts of Washington and Oregon. Then we're going to see CAPE fill back in and instability. Now, Thursday, we are going to get decent instability up here in Kansas, but there's not going to be really any storms up there. Saturday, you could tell again, not much instability. Sunday, we do get a little bit back here, but like we looked yesterday, marginal tornado, extremely small hodograph, 10-3 CAPE, so it's not really that great of a setup as we were first anticipating. Then we do get quite a bit of CAPE returning, but no storm mode. So these overall setups are not looking too crazy. But there in the future, man, 5,000 joules per kilogram. This is not an accurate sounding whatsoever, 228 hours out. Yeah, no hazard type. It's a lot of CAPE, though. Just looking out in the picture where you can see we are going to get a lot of instability returning. Looking at bulk shear, you can tell up here in parts of Washington and Oregon, we are going to get a little bit of shear in the air, leading to a few spin-up tornadoes possible. There you can tell we are going to get some shear in the air also here, but it doesn't look like we're going to get any storms. And there's just really, these are either high shear, low CAPE, or low CAPE, high shear environments. So that is the thing wrong with these systems. Now I decided to go ahead and head over here to the College of DuPage. Now, you tell me in the comments if you would rather see these models or pivotal weather. So going ahead and pushing this forward, we're going to get our atmospheric river event. We're going to get that moisture there in the parts of South Texas. And we are going to get that moisture up here in parts of Oklahoma on Thursday. Then moving on, you can tell they're all kind of saying the same picture. Not very many storms. As you can tell, we are going to get a few up here in Kansas City. Marginally severe at best. But just overall, not a great setup. If we go and look at most unstable CAPE and wind shear, you're going to see we are going to get a bit of a return, as it actually has some pretty decent instability up here. And even up there in Kansas City, it got a decent amount up here. So definitely going to have to watch that if storms get going on Thursday up there. Then for Saturday's system, it's kind of painting the same story. Not very much CAPE. So down here in the south, there is some, but not any crazy amounts. I hope you guys all did enjoy today's video. I hope you will drop a like and subscribe and put any questions in the comments and tell me if you'd rather see College of DuPage or pivotal weather for models. See you in the next one. Bye.